Hello, everybody. The title of my talk is, Hey, Healthcare, it's 2010. And you really have to say it like that. We'll eventually get to talking about healthcare, but first I wanted to start off by talking about Iceland. My friends and I made plans to go to Iceland at the end of April this year. A few weeks before we decided to do that, the world was introduced to, Eyjafjallajökull, that volcano. Now, thank you. Everybody knows about this volcano. I don't have to tell you all the facts. 100,000 flights were grounded during that time. 8 million people couldn't get to where they wanted to go. And for a very, very short time, I was one of them. We got to JFK that day, and they told us that our flight was going to be delayed for 4.5 hours. And just like the other 7,999,999 people, I was so mad about that. Because we expect more from traveling. We expect more when we fly. We expect to get what we want when we want it. That is just customer service. And this night, I did not get what I wanted. And I had 4.5 hours to sit and brood about that. And I did. I thought about my very high expectations for air travel. I thought about my very high expectations for everything. I mean, this is 2010. We don't wait for anything anymore. Everything comes to us instantly. It's instant gratification. It's 2010. When was the last time anyone sat in a room waiting hours and hours and hours for something that they needed? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about healthcare. So, your average New York experience starts like this. You wake up, you don't feel well, you know that you need to see a doctor, and you wait because the doctor's office isn't open yet. And then in a few hours, when it finally is, you give them a call, you're put on hold, and then you wait. And while you're waiting, you might remember that in New York City, the average wait time to see a doctor is 24 days. So when the office manager gets back on the phone and says, of course the doctor wants to see you in 24 days, you say, okay, thank you so much. I hope I survive, and then you wait some more. Now that's if you have a doctor. If you don't have a doctor, what do? You can navigate your insurance company's directory. And what you might find there is that some of those doctors actually don't take the insurance anymore. Some of those doctors do take your insurance, but they're not accepting new patients. And some of those doctors are accepting new patients, but not for 3 or 4 months. And eventually, out of this list that you find on this directory, you'll find a doctor, but you don't know who he is. You don't even know how old he is. Hey, healthcare, it's 2010. And here's what I propose. We can change healthcare in this city. We can change healthcare in this country, but we are going to have to be the ones who lead. We have to start expecting more. Healthcare is never going to become a customer service industry like travel, like retail, like anything else, unless we start acting like the customers that we are. So let's make those decisions. Let's put down the phone. Let's stop waiting. Let's look around at the technology that we have in 2010 and use it to get the healthcare that we want when we want it, because that is customer service. So let's do things a little bit differently. Let's talk to ourselves as patients, on patients like me. Let's find doctors who IM and web chat with us, like Jay Parkinson does a great job of doing. Let's make doctor appointments online like I spend my days working on at ZocDoc, because when we do things like this, we're not just using technology, we are saying we no longer accept the status quo. We want better healthcare, we're demanding better healthcare, and I believe if we do this together, we will get it. Because doctors understand. Doctors have iPhones, doctors have emails, doctors want to give you the best they can. Why aren't we asking for it? It's our health, it's more important. It's more important than my vacation, certainly. Now there's a saying in Iceland, and they say the man who doesn't have time to take care of his health is like the farmer who doesn't have time to sow his fields. And I don't know anything about sowing fields, but that makes a lot of sense to me. And I don't know why fixing healthcare in the United States is my passion, but it is. And I hope that you all help me do it. I hope that you leave here and you expect more, because I believe that we can change this country, I really do, but we're gonna have to do it together, and it starts with us. So thank you. You can find me here.